Hello everyone, welcome back to Mentos Plays Spelunky. We are here to jump into the August 25th daily challenge. As usual, we will do that first, and depending on how much time we got left, we may jump into a regular game afterwards. Now, before we get started here, I would like to make one point of what happened off camera, which is that I finally beat Hell. I know that we got there in a video either the last one or two ago, but yeah, I was playing just off camera, just as kind of a warm-up earlier today, and I was pretty bereft of items, actually. I didn't have much to my name through most of the game. I didn't even get a cape until while I was in Hell. But yeah, I managed to not only unlock Mr. Goldman here, who we will be playing as, but I also managed to make it through to Yama and beat him on my first fight against him. So it was definitely a very eventful day in Spelunky. I've got a screenshot of what items I had and everything up on Twitter. But other than that, I've got, we'll see the red gem when I restart into a regular run that signifies beating Hell. But yeah, it was a very successful run. It was really, really fun. Like I said, I didn't really have much in the way in terms of items, but I made it work somehow. And it was definitely well worth the effort of running through without many items. I didn't kill the shopkeepers either. The black market really didn't have all that much in it, so I decided that it was probably wiser to, instead of killing them for essentially I would have gotten like 12 extra bombs, I decided that it would be better to just let them live and see if I could beat it without killing them, and it worked out for me. Now, it's not to say that I don't want to kill shopkeepers anymore because of that, because quite frankly, if they do have a lot of good items in there, it is very much a wise decision to try to get all that. But, in terms of what happened today, it turned into a perfect storm of not having many items and still being able to get through what the game threw at me. Let's come over here and see if there's anything over on this side. 1 bar of gold, we might as well go for it. There's really no reason not to. And up we go to the level, to mines 2. So of course, this being daily challenge, this will be the same for everyone who plays this today. So hopefully we can do well. Give me 1 second while I get a drink, I apologize. And dark levels are always kind of unfortunate, but there are definitely some scarabs that we can get. I'm going to grab that one and waste the rope to get back up here before it flies away to where I won't be able to reach it. There is also an Altar to Kali here. Unfortunately, that scarab got killed by the arrow trap, and our damsel is right by this altar. So you know what? We have no problems with sacrificing her, getting some spring shoes. That is 1/2 the way to the Kapala, which was a big part of my victory. Oh, I forgot that spider was there. Yeah, when I beat Hell, the Kapala was one of the few items I ended up getting. I got it maybe in the jungle or the ice caves and just farmed blood for quite some time. I ended up going into Hell with about 10 health, I want to say. Which is good because after I beat Yama, I was kind of trying to farm out the rubies that spawn underneath him. Because underneath his throne is a whole pile of rubies. And so I was trying to farm my way through that, and I accidentally jumped myself onto a tiki trap and got stuck there and couldn't get off before it went off. So I would have died if not for the fact that even after beating Yama, I still had like 8 health left, so the 4 damage it did didn't kill me. But that was honestly the most terrifying moment I've ever had in a video game, was sitting there watching myself be attacked by a tiki trap, without realizing that I still had quite as much health as I did, and thinking that I had just blown my victory in the very last moments. Fortunately, that was not the case. We are taking some stupid damage here, but not too bad. We have a lot of money despite buying a bomb box, a compass, and a bomb bag. But yeah, so that was horrifying, just seeing myself on the tiki trap and realizing that I didn't have time to get off of it before it went off. I honestly thought that the run was over right there, that I had just blown a complete victory over Hell because I had accidentally jumped onto a tiki trap while trying to get a little bit higher score. It was the most terrifying thing. Oops. There we go. That'll do that. Thank you. And goodbye, Mr. Caveman. Have fun running endlessly back and forth down there. But yeah, so that was my exciting moment of the day, was managing to finally accomplish that goal. So of course now we do have the goal of beating Hell still, because obviously once you've beaten that, there's really not much else to aspire to. But I'm going to be trying to get the highest score I can possible, which of course the daily challenge is made for. And we will be doing even our regular runs, in addition to just trying to beat them, also trying to get the highest score we can, which will probably involve pretty consistently killing shopkeepers. But yeah, I'm currently at, when I beat Hell, I was at 400th on the leaderboards, with a score of about 417,000. Now that I have been done with it for a while, I have actually dropped down about 5 positions. I'm down to 405 last time I looked. But even still, that's quite good out of, 40,000 people listed on the scoreboards. So we're going to drop down here because we need to get this chest if we want to have a chance to go to Hell. Of course, you could make an argument in the daily challenge that if you want to be sure that you can get the highest score possible, the best strategy would be to not go to Hell. I know that when Northern Line initially started doing the daily challenges in the pre-release build up to the game, that was kind of his strategy, was to always just go for regular Olmec victories because you weren't spending the 50k on the Ankh. But at the same time, you do get quite a bit of a bonus for beating Hell. You get 100,000 for beating Hell versus 50,000 for beating Olmec, in addition to the extra gold you get just by virtue of going through Hell. Now the shopkeeper over here does have a jetpack, which I want to buy. That will not only help us to survive, but also help us with getting higher score on the ice caves later, because we'll be able to ghost a little bit easier. And onto the jungle. Yep, that's what I thought. I wasn't quite positive when I said onto the jungle that we were actually onto the jungle, but let's kill that snail. We don't have all that much money right now. Definitely not as much as I had on that. I didn't hit Z in time to fly. Well, that was a disappointing daily challenge ending there. C'est la vie, though. Just real quick, we're going to hop to the leaderboards here where you can see we went down another one. Number 406 with 518,525, level 54. So, let's go into a normal adventure here, and we will see if we can't pull off something special again. We will once again play as Mr. Goldman here. And now we have that little awesome red gem there in the middle, signifying that we beat Hell. It's all sitting up there bright and shiny, like, yeah, I'm special. So now, we've got a lot of stuff going on right away in terms of bats. And these bats should not be an issue. That guy's going to die to the arrow trap. So obviously with the daily challenge not going as well as we wanted, that's been kind of a consistent trend. All my very good runs I've had on camera, and the ones I've had off camera, of course, have been non-daily challenges. So I'm not too concerned about that. But it's still unfortunate that we can't seem to pull off a good run on the daily challenge of a day that actually takes up a full video worth and does something good. But it'll happen at some point. That was real close, although the doggy would have taken the damage for me. No way to get down to that sapphire. Really? That was enough to take fall damage? I did not think that was going to happen. So now we want to come over here, toss this up at the snake. And then, you know what, doggy, come over here. I'm going to pick up this rat. He can take the arrow for me. And in the doggy goes, before we go get this crate to move on to the next floor. A compass, that's not a bad thing to get for free at first. In fact, when it comes to the ice caves, the compass is one of the most useful items in the game. Although maybe not quite as useful other places, but that was real stupid of me. So now he's got a couple of bomb boxes I would really like. If we just put a rope here, then toss that there, he is going to jump himself downwards. We will get 2 bomb boxes. And then we'll just need to be able to kill him. He's dead. He must have fallen on some spikes as we took fall damage to the ground. And then we can grab this gold down here. We are going to get a shotgun on this floor, of course, because we killed the shopkeeper, which is always helpful. Another thing that I only had for like 1 level during my playthrough. I had gotten one because I found one in a crate on the Olmec fight, but then I think it was on the 1st or 2nd level of Hell, I just accidentally left it behind and didn't bother to go pick it back up. So that was the end of my shotgun days in that run. Yep, there's the shopkeeper on the spikes. Unfortunately, I can't get to his gold without using a bomb, but I'm going to, because that will also give me his shotgun. Let's just toss this dude down here. We are going to jump up here, toss his body away because nobody likes him. Oh god. Really? Really, Mr. Skeleton? I swear, skeletons kill me an unreasonably high amount. It's like no matter how prepared I am for them, they still manage to catch me off guard at times. Not worth a bomb to get in there. We'll grab this mini rat to set off that arrow trap if we have to. And it looks like it might not be a bad idea. Ooh, I do kind of want to use a bomb to get up there now, though. Because now I see that there's a crate over here. But that would be almost impossible to get to, even with going in that other area. So, you know what, we'll skip that. Is there anything over here worthwhile? Because we won't be able to get over here once we go to the exit area. There's a little bit of gold at least. Nothing over on this section. Nope. Whee! So let's see what happens here. We got a ruby, and what's in here? A bomb box. That's a really, really good start. We're now at 16 bombs, which gives us the freedom to use them as necessary. Whether it's to kill shopkeepers or for another purpose. I hear snakes. I hate snakes. I love snakes because snake pits are one of the most lucrative type of levels that you can find. You're going to get a matic at the end, assuming you have even 1 bomb. You're going to get a decent amount of gold in the snake pit. And if you've got time to climb your way back up, then you're going to get even more. Ooh. I think we are going to have to use a rope to get to the damsel, because he is in kind of a crappy position. That we'll be able to get to from below, assuming there's not something blocking the path off from over there. And we are pretty much going to have to take the long route back up by way of ropes. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. Although we could just use this to go down here. That is a free ruby right here. I don't think this will set off the shopkeeper. Nope. I did not mean to whip him. I meant to pick him up. My bad. Hopefully he does not mind too much. As long as he doesn't take another set of damage, he'll be fine. That is the one trick that I was kind of abusing during my hell run, is that once you have the Kapala, if you whip the damsel twice, you can get blood from him twice, but it doesn't kill him. It's only the 3rd whip that kills him. So what I would do is every time I would find a damsel, especially in the ice caves where they're generally kind of surrounded, I would go to the damsel, whip it twice, that would give me blood from it twice, and then proceed to bring it to the exit for an extra health. Usually that would result in me getting 2 health per damsel, which allowed me to really build up health quick after sacrificing myself with the Ankh. Gonna buy another bomb box and both these bomb bags actually, because there is never a point where you're gonna have too many bombs for a run. Okay, we aren't gonna worry about going up any higher. For right now, we're just gonna move on to the next floor, which will hopefully have plenty of gems to mine out with our handy dandy pickaxe. But yeah, so that's definitely one of the strategies that gave me a huge advantage in terms of health, was that ability to get extra health out of the damsels by whipping them. I know it sounds kind of horrible, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you're gonna get through hell, you gotta do whatever it takes. And if what it takes is to whip your damsels, well, you better whip your damsels. Get those gems and that gold. Shopkeeper's got some climbing gloves. I do want those. Those are one of the few items I did have in that run, and they were absurdly helpful, especially when you don't get a cape or a jetpack. For the ice caves in particular, they're real helpful. We're gonna dig out both of those gems there. I do kind of want to grab our doggy, but we will wait and see what happens on that. Whip that cave dude. Sorry, buddy. Of course, there goes another bet, so now we need to deal with this guy again. But he's dead now. I can't get over this without a rope, so we might as well toss a rope up there. And then you know what? I can push this down there without it blowing up. So let's go grab our doggy. Doggy, 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 doggy. And then up over here, we're going to toss him down. I was hoping that he would avoid getting hit by that cobra. We do need to move him again, or else he's going to be kind of trapped. Let's buy the bomb bag and the climbing gloves. We're going to ignore the mystery box for right now. Not the least of which reason, because we don't have enough money to afford it. There's a freeze ray down there. Not really all that interested in that, although it would make robbing the shopkeeper real easy. Take our doggy and run him over this way. No, doggy, just go this way. Thank you. Thank you for finally cooperating with where I wanted to throw you. And the scorpion just kind of walked himself right back into that little section there of web, so he is not a threat to us anymore. Thank you, Mr. Scorpion. We do have a ghost on its way, which should be coming from the left, because that's where we're closer to. Hopefully he is coming from the left. It is indeed. Which means that we have nothing to worry about. We got plenty of time here. A little bit choppy when the ghost comes, due to my laptop being not all that great, but not too bad. And that was a good floor for us. We got a decent amount of gold built up. We got a Matic still going. Unfortunately now we're on a My Skin is Crawling level, which is probably my least favorite type of level to run into. The sheer amount of giant spiders that you run into is horrible. Is there anything down this way that I want to look at? Not really. This should, I believe, be our last level before the jungle. Unless I am much mistaken there, which I very well could be. Haha, kill that spider the easy way. And this one will go down quite easily as well. We get a free ruby out of that. I probably shouldn't have dropped my Matic there like I did, but hopefully that'll work. Good. We've got plenty of bombs, so we might as well use it to farm some gold from these guys. Perfect, perfect. That is the one good thing about these levels. It's guaranteed to give you a decent amount of gold if you have the bombs to kill all these spiders. If you don't, then it's just very difficult for no reason. You know, we might as well plant a bomb here as well. Just get this ruby and sapphire freed. I could have used the Matic for that, but I kind of tossed it down before realizing it was there. I do kind of want that stuff. You know what? I think that's as good a reason as any to dig down there. The fact that the damsel and the crate down there exist. Okay, and now we will drop this down. The crate was just some rope, so we're going to have to use the rope to get out of here. Well, actually, no we won't. We're going to come over here. We are going to dig our way through here, get this gold here. Then we can easily just toss our damsel right in the exit before we go to look through what remains of the floor. I don't know if there was much up there that I missed. It would be unfortunate if there was, but not the worst thing in the world. Let's kill that guy with the pickaxe. Let's see, there's another gem on the ground over here. And so we missed like one emerald, but nothing too major. Maybe two, depending on how we mine. We might actually be able to... Aha! We can get up there without using a rope. Well then, we missed nothing. With the ghost coming, we don't want to take too much time there. We just want to grab that and move on. So we are up well over 50,000 gold. Well, not maybe well over. Well, maybe not well over because we only have 55,000, but that is decently high over. That is the difference between affording an Ankh and a bomb box and just an Ankh. Although, quite honestly, at this point, unless there's not much good going on in the black market shops, we will probably be looking to kill shopkeepers. Because why not? There we go. And let's see now. So obviously, we want to keep an eye out for our Ujedi to start blinking, because once that happens, we know that our black market is nearby. Not to mention we know that it's on this level, period, because that is something that we don't currently know. Oh, come on. Ooh, that was close. You know what? That bat is stuck there. Bye-bye, Mr. Bat. I'm sorry to leave you in such dire straits, but it is your own fault for trying to kill me. And our Matic has finally broken. We can carry around the head of it as a weapon if we want. Not the most effective weapon in the game, but it works. It is about on par with a rock. Let's go here. Let us put a bomb there to get our damsel, because we have a decent amount of health, but the most important thing when you're going for the black market is making sure that you survive to get the Ankh, and then survive once you get the Ankh until you have a chance to use it properly, which is not always the easiest thing to pull off. We're going to toss a bomb there because that will get us into this area. We can just check to make sure the market isn't over here. I see no sign of blinking. There is a big frog over there though, and that could give us spring shoes, which I'm a big fan of spring shoes. There's one item that I will never pass up when it's available, and it did give us spring shoes. So that was well worth the effort, and well worth the 2 bombs. And let's just run in here and move on. We're at lucky 77,700, 777. I hear rushing water is probably the worst jungle level that you could run into, because underneath the actual jungliness of it is a bunch of piranhas that are obviously not very friendly, as there is nothing in this game that is friendly. I swear, I think even Tunnel Man wants to kill you. He just manipulates you for your resources, and then he's like, but I want to get rid of you. Ooh, that was real close. Before Mr. Tiki Man wakes up, let's go get our gem from down there. And of course, keep watching for any sign of the black market, which we just got. Let's see if that guy is going to reveal anything for us. It is. We just found the black market thanks to that explosive frog. Now, damsels on the I Hear Rushing Water level are usually a bit of a pain to get to, because they are usually down where they're slightly submerged in water. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, get me out of the water, you stupid bat. Oh, come on, come on. No! No! And that is why I hate rushing water levels. Oh man. Okay, one more run before we call this video quits. We're almost at the point where I normally stop them, but that run was going well. We just kind of got into a bad position there because the bat knocked us down into the water and it just ate away our health real quick. And now you see why I don't like the rushing water levels, because that can happen way too often on them. Anything interesting over here? A couple of gold bars. So we got one more run to see if we can pull off something good again before this video will be over. I did get hit by a skeleton yet again, because skeletons are apparently my worst enemy in Spelunky. And apparently I'm also getting hiccups, which is never fun while you're trying to talk. So let's see now. We got some gold, some gems. This floor is going pretty well for us as a whole. I'm going to have probably, by the end of the floor, I would say at least 15k. Which should be confirmed right now, because we have more than nothing on the board. Well, I can't get to that without a rope, but there's 15,000. I could easily get more than that if I wanted to use a rope, but instead I'm just going to move on. 15k isn't a bad start for the game. You could ask for more, but regardless. The worst part about that last run was the fact that we already had the black market open. I was just looking to get a little bit more gold and possibly a damsel if it wasn't in too bad of a position, and ended up getting me killed. Those kind of runs are the worst. Like, it's not so bad when, you know, you're completely far away from the exit and you die, because then it's like, well, I probably wouldn't have made it anyway. If I was going to die like that, I was going to die on my way there anyway. But when you're right there and you already have the chance to exit the level and you die while you're trying to explore a bit more, that's the killer. That's why I was so scared when I had finished fighting Yama and I almost died to the tiki traps around his throne, because I already had a chance to exit the level and I chose not to yet in order to get more gold, and it almost cost me my first hell victory. You know what, I want to get both bomb boxes, so we're going to use a bomb here on this, which will do exactly what I was hoping it would, and blow that over to that side. That means that we got 27 bombs by the end of the second floor, which is a pretty good total. A little bit more gold for us. In a way, I kind of hope for a dark level that's going to give me a bunch of scarabs I can use to up my gold amount very quickly. Don't know if that's going to happen, but it would be nice. Of course, there are some dark levels that you get that are just dark and have like one scarab on them that dies to an arrow trap anyway. Those ones are always really disappointing, but for the most part, dark levels do have their own series of benefits. To try to get that gold bar is probably going to cost me a 2 health, so it is not by any means worth it. 500 gold is not the equivalent of getting a damsel. I would like to get those climbing gloves, but they're going to be 8,800, which is far more than I have right now, obviously, and possibly far more than I'm going to get on this floor at this rate. We want to maybe jump. There we go. That'll give us 2,000 extra. We still need to find our key, which should be somewhere on this floor, even though it appears that I've missed it at some point. So let us work our way back up, I guess. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to. Maybe on the left side over here where I didn't really explore to begin with. Toss a bomb up there. Gonna have to use a rope to get up, which is, as always, unfortunate. Well, there's really nothing up here that I hadn't seen on this side. So I guess we go back up the other way. Maybe I missed something while paying attention to the shop. Where are you, Mr. Key? There's nothing further right than the shop. Aha, I see it. I know exactly where it is now. So the problem came back up here at the very start of the level, where I didn't go to the right over by this tiki trap. We're gonna have to use a rope here. Toss this down. Oh god. Probably the easiest way for us to do this will be to just bomb our way over. I'm surprised it didn't set off the TNT. There we go. And our damsel's over here as well, so we might as well use a bomb to get him. Boom. He sits there like nothing happened, like there wasn't just an explosion in his face. Why? Because Mr. Pug Damsel is the king. It was awesome in the credits that the Pug Damsel was the one that was floating along in the hot air balloon. Still can't afford them. Didn't think so. We kind of gotta hurry because this ghost is coming on quick. Well, we're good. We're good. But yeah, I'm actually not sure if that happens in the regular credits. I don't know if I've just never noticed it or if it actually only happens when you beat hell. But the caveman, the yeti, the damsel, and the alien all came walking over and all came floating across in hot air balloons. And yeah, I was quite happy that it was Mr. Pug Damsel that greeted me while he was floating past, because the Pug Damsel is probably the best damsel. The only reason I leave it on random is for variety. I feel kind of bad for these little rats that I use mercilessly to trigger arrow traps for me. Like, they're just minding their own business. They aren't hurting anyone, they don't hurt you, they're just there. And here I am using them to do things like this. And I think that's about all we got on this floor. I did miss that 500 gold bar there, but oh well. How much is this? 19,500. We'll buy the spike shoes. Okay. That was kind of crazy. Something hit me. I'm not sure if it was whatever was in the pot or if it was the piranha. But one of the two. Kill that guy. Kill this bat. Toss a bomb here. Our black market is on this level and it is relatively nearby. Can get a few more bombs from using that one. Any sign of where it is? I see exactly where it is actually. So let's not make the same mistake we made last time of getting ourselves killed after finding the black market while just hunting for gold and stuff. Let's grab our damsel, go down there, pop it open, and go in. Of course, we are going to be killing the black and robbing the black market, so we do have to be a little bit extra careful once we get there. Of course, that monkey had to survive, but now he's gone. And let's go. Let us try to make this black market robbery a success. Oops. That was a bad start. So was that, because apparently I got hit by that bat before my whip hit him. And this is a good black market to rob. There's a jetpack in here, there's a decent amount of bombs, there's not much allocated to weapons. There's a pitcher's mitt, which is something I didn't have last time that would have been really helpful in making things really just a lot easier in general. So we're going to buy a bomb box for 14,000. We're going to toss a rope up here. That was probably poor placement, but plant that bomb there. Maybe this one over here. That one worked out real well. He ran away before that bomb could be planted in the right spot, but that's okay. We're going to get the rest of the stuff on this floor just fine. Let's get that bat killed by the tiki trap. Blow up this tiki trap. And this doorway here. I thought I had him, but I apparently did not. But he has no shotgun left, so at least he's slightly less worrisome. Now he's going to be dead, because that is stuck directly on his stupid face. Oh god. Okay, so this is kind of a dangerous place to be, because there are 3 shopkeepers down there. First things first, we want to get our Ankh, because if we can get our Ankh, we're in much better shape. Oops. We got that guy. Good. Now I do want to kill these last guys, because I would like that catcher's mid. But the aim that we're going to need to get them is going to be tough. Well, that might get one of them. Nope. But it does make them fall down. Oops. Let's make sure everything is dead over that way. We're going to plant a bomb there so we can grab this catcher's mid. And then... well, one of them is dead. I think the other one actually killed him. There's another one dead. You know what? With the ghost coming and almost everyone dead, let's go. So 2 more levels of jungle left before we move on to the ice caves, where we're going to try to make use of this Ankh. Ooh, that was real close. Sometimes I do wish that there were more secret areas that the yayyyy led you to. Because so far, you know, the yayyyy leads you to just the black market. And the Hedget then gives you only the City of Gold, which kind of makes sense that that one's quite so limited. But it would be cool to see like a secret mines area that's along the lines of the black market. Obviously something a little bit different than just a marketplace, but along the lines of a hidden door that you can get to with the yayyyy. Of course, the hard thing about that is then if the yayyyy doesn't spawn on the first floor or so, how do you work out the giving of the yayyyy in terms of making sure that people have it before the special area comes up. Let's toss a bomb right in here. Did I really land on the spikes there? I kind of thought I landed next to him and started running, but I guess I was mistaken. Well, that was stupid. I don't really know how I managed to land on the spikes, because I'm pretty sure that I jumped like right like that. But if I am mistaken, oh well. Let's toss this bomb here. Stick that bomb to his face. He jumps on spikes anyway. So no hell. We can at least try to get a high score and maybe beat Olmec. Oh man, I hate deaths like that. Like it must have been 1 pixel too far, or 1 pixel too close to the spikes on that jump. Damsel, not worth a bomb. Let's get this bat killed. Start tossing bombs down here to take care of this dude. There we go. And since the music stopped, there are no other shopkeepers alive on this level, which means no vault or anything like that, so on to the ice caves we go. I think we're just going for the Olmec kill at this point. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat my high score without some crazy amounts of luck when it comes to ghosting. And I don't have that many bombs to do it with. So yeah, I think this time we go for the Olmec kill. See what happens in that. Also, we don't have climbing gloves, which are a big help when it comes to ghosting the ice caves. Because they allow you to cling onto the walls to kind of align the ghost properly. There is a kissing booth up this way. That shopkeeper has apparently already died. Yeah, apparently both shopkeepers have already gone their own way, so we might as well save this damsel. It's going to be real easy to get to. There we go. Wait till this guy turns around. There we go. And anything else of interest here? Not really. Let's go. So, we are at 5 health now. Kill these guys as we go. Double kill the UFOs. That was kind of cool. According to the journal, which I was reading through earlier, the Yetis are actually friendly. They just don't know how strong they are. So they kind of kill people unintentionally, and that's a really sad story. Like, those poor things just want to make friends, but instead they throw you mercilessly against the wall over and over, and you end up dying. Okay, that one's dead. You know what else we could do on this run? Let's make this a mothership attempt. We'll go try to get the plasma cannon. Because that is something that I can't really do when I'm going on a hell run, because it is incredibly difficult compared to your regular floor. But when my hell run is already stopped, why not go try to pick up one of the last items that you have to unlock? So we'll go through here. This should be level 3 of the Ace Caves. Yes. So in one more level, we're going to have the event. It feels like the 4th of July. At which point we can enter into the mothership. That is where we would have killed ourselves had we not had our Ankh kind of get lost in the most pixel imperfect moment of my gaming career. Anger that shopkeeper. That should get him to kill himself pretty soon. There is a vault here, so I would like to ghost that at least. There we go. So this will be easy to ghost, because we have a kind of perfect spot to stand right next to it. Before that happens, let us go grab our damsel from up here, because we are definitely going to want all the health we can get when it comes to the mothership. Trust me on that. The place is a nightmare. And we might as well grab our idol here too, just for the sake of getting some score. Grab our shoddy again so we don't have to worry about picking it up later. Get some gold. And then go stand like right here. We'll just hang on to this ledge until the ghost comes after us. Drag the ghost over those gems in the vault, which will make it incredibly valuable. And we'll see what happens from there. Such relaxing music on the Ice Caves. My favorite song is still the Rare song from the Mines, but this music is just so relaxing and it's easy to lose yourself in. Our ghost should be here any second by this point, hopefully. You feel a terrible chill come up your spine. No, not yet? Not yet? No? Okay. Come on. Come on, Ghosty. I want you. I want you to come here. Sometimes I wish that there was an idol like the one on the Dead or Restless level that you can use to trigger the ghost on every floor, because that would make it so that if you wanted to try for a high score, you could easily draw the ghost out without having to wait for him. So this guy's going to turn all those gems into juicy, juicy diamonds. You know, we might as well have some fun with this while we're here. Drag the ghost over those ones as well. Come on, Mr. Ghosty. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Oops. That was kind of foolish of me. There we go. Then I'll put that right there for him. Oops. Okay, muy bueno. Now let's head down into the vault where we will collect 105,000 gold. Come down here, get these 2 diamonds. This is one thing that I want to start doing more often when I have the jetpack, is ghosting at least one level of the ice caves a little bit. But of course that is difficult in its own right. And there we go, level 3 completed. We're now over 200,000 gold. Not the best score that I've ever had by any means, but let's drop down here. And we could keep up the attempts at ghosting, but honestly the mothership is going to be hard enough in its own right that I feel like it's kind of silly to try to worry about that. I mean, we could have a much higher score if we did, but ooh, that was real close. Thank you, Norden. Thank you. Which reminds me, I think I've mentioned on one of my earlier episodes about the glitch I had once with the Ankh kind of double activating and putting me back at the spawn point. I think I have figured out what caused that, because it happened to me again last night. I think it's when the window loses focus while the Ankh is activating. It causes it to kind of restart its animation, which is what causes the problem. So, yeah, it happened to me last night again. And I think that's what caused it. That's what it seemed like when it happened last night, at least. I wonder if that shopkeeper got killed by the bomb. He did. He got killed by the UFO. So that is a bunch of free money for us. Let's go try to win ourselves a plasma cannon. So the mothership is probably the hardest area in the game, next to hell. It is full of things that fire bombs, that fire insta-kills at you. The ghost still comes, which makes it difficult. There's just a lot to worry about up here in the mothership. Not to mention that it's the only level in the game which counts as an extra level. In terms of it is 3-5. It's not just a it's not just kind of taking the place of a jungle level. It is actually an extra jungle. So that makes it much more difficult because you're actually going through an extra level to get through it. Oh, psychic rings got to me. Well, that ended up rather unfortunately. Regardless, thank you guys for watching as always. My brain has been fried by a powerful psychic blast. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time, where we will hopefully be making more progress toward getting this gem over again on camera. And hope you guys have a good night. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next time. If I can find the stop streaming button, that is. But I found it. So bye, everyone. Bye!